What it do, man? It's your boy Young Block from around the way. You know, I told y'all that I was gonna come build with y'all on that knowledge. You know, give y'all little bits and pieces of my life and, you know, put y'all up on that good music, them positive vibes for everything I remember. I want to start this session off by reverencing the Most High. We're going to start off with the Lord's Prayer. So if y'all are those who don't believe or pardon us, while we bow our head in prayer to the Most High. Our Father, who art in heaven. No. Hold up. We're going to restart because it's which art, not who. We know who's up in heaven. So forgive me for that, Lord. Amen. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come and thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, the honor, and the praise forever and ever. Amen. Now I want to start this session off by letting y'all know that they are beings amongst us, they are spirits amongst us, and they are not good, and we are living in the end times, and they are slowly revealing that to you, slowly but surely. See, they got proof of extraterrestrials and advanced beings, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. But first, we're going to go into the Bible in Genesis chapter 6, where all this stuff had began. Okay, give me a second, I'm going to open up the Bible. Okay. Let me find it. Okay, in Genesis chapter 6, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters was born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they was fair, meaning they looked good. And they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also was flesh, yet his days shall be 120. There were giants in the earth in those days. And see, the book of Enoch, it goes and tells you exactly what them sons of God did. And them Nephilim and them Amalekites, what they all did, teaching them how to mix genome sequences and all that, and create half lion, half men's, like sphinxes and stuff. And you know, it said it ain't nothing new under the sun. You read them hieroglyphs and then some of that stuff in them ancient civilizations, people like, man, how did that even happen? You know, they didn't have no lasers and stuff, but they did. Because it was a whole world. The old world got destroyed, and this one's going to get destroyed too. By fire this time. Okay. So, in Egypt, that's what the New World Order is. Basically, the Masons and all them, they got the knowledge from them fallen angels, and that's where they got all that knowledge from back then. You see the spacecraft and things they just don't understand on some of them hieroglyphs, and they got objects out here that ain't to be decoded, ain't even been decoded. So, them bloodlines, they still exist, them Nephilim bloodlines and all that. And you know, it said as it was in the last days, it's going to be like it was in the days of Noah, right? Okay, so what was they doing in the days of Noah? Well, it tells you right there that the sons of God came under daughters of men. It was wickedness and killing all over the place. Sodom and Gomorrah. People getting sodomized and all that. It was real wicked out there. You just want to come out and be nosy. It's my dog. Ooh, that made my blood boil. Let me shut the door back. Pardon. Alright. So yeah, like I was saying, them bloodlines and stuff still exist, and that's what they was doing, like Sodom and Gomorrah, and that's what this is turning into. And you gotta read the book of Enoch to get the full understanding, man. They took all that out for a reason, because they didn't want you to get deep off in there. Some of that has historical, value, real historical value to it. Okay, now I'm gonna show you this video. I gotta show it to you from another phone, but I'm gonna show you this video where they was admitting the Pentagon and them was showing you UFOs and all that. Hold up. It's gonna be crazy too. Y'all gonna be shocked. Okay, now watch this, y'all. This is Tucker Carlson, and we just reviewing this. I don't none of the content, all that. We're using it for educational purposes under the Fair Use Act and all that good stuff, With
a different kind of money comes a different kind of car.
Now we on the Tucker Carlson. He revealing the UFOs and stuff. That live footage from real people. Check this out.
Welcome to Tucker Carlson tonight. The United States remains the most powerful country in the world. That's the good news. What's interesting is that this country has occupied that position for so long that relatively few Americans have considered what would happen if we slipped from that perch. Would it matter if America became subordinate to other nations? There's a debate about that. Let's see. At work, does it matter to you who the boss is? It probably does matter. That's the person who can fire you. And the world isn't so different from that. The top countries give the orders. The rest of the planet takes the orders, whether they like it or not.
New world
We've lost
order.
sight of that because for more than a century, America effectively has been in charge of much of the world. And that's exactly why we have stayed rich and free for that time. Most Americans on some level understand that this is an arrangement worth preserving, if only because the options to it are so much worse. How'd you like to be forced to obey the Chinese Communist Party? Not so much. How would you feel about surrendering the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency and immediately going bankrupt? No thanks. Most of us would like to avoid outcomes like that. And that's why we spend more than any country in the world on it. Have they been doing that?
Alright, I had to fast forward so
You can judge for yourself. Most of the generals we see quoted in the press seem more committed to meeting some counterproductive diversity goal, hiring more pregnant Air Force pilots, assembling the world's first transgender SEAL team, than on defending the United States. The conflicts the Pentagon says it's preparing for often seem comically small and outdated, almost from colonial times, whether it's wrangling with illiterate tribesmen in Afghanistan, that's very important, or ramping up for some new war against a remote group of buildings in Syria, wherever the hell Syria is.
Want to know how to get a free phone?
Watch this, y'all. Y'all see, we in a mess in America. We really in a mess, y'all.
Can poor, irrelevant countries really be our gravest enemies? We act like it, but they're not. And that's been confirmed tonight, by the way. This nation's most formidable foe, the new defense secretary just told us, is the weather itself. Going forward, the U.S. military has declared a hot war on global warming.
Today, no nation can find lasting security without addressing a climate crisis.
And that's kind of one
We face
threat
all
we
kinds
face.
of threats in our line of work, but few of them truly deserve
But they blowing
to be
it out the water.
existential. A climate crisis does deserve to be called existential.
Existential. If you've got a cliche, he will read it on television. That was Lloyd Austin, of course. Lloyd Austin is a former defense contractor, not surprisingly. He's a full-time ideologue as well. Having Lloyd Austin at the Pentagon is like handing control of the entire U.S. military to the editorial page of the New York Times. Here is Lloyd Austin explaining that the single scariest risk our soldiers face is the possibility they might have to serve alongside Americans who didn't vote for Joe Biden.
And if confirmed, I will fight hard to stamp out sexual assault and to rid our ranks of racists and extremists. The job of the Department of Defense is to keep America safe from our enemies.
Oh man, blah blah.
An activist type called Bishop
We're getting to the meat of
This is
it.
the point. He's one of the most powerful officials in the U.S. military. Democrats in Congress are thrilled as they watch this. Their party now has all the tanks and drones. What's strange is that Republicans don't seem to have noticed that it happened. They're still giving the same vacuous speeches about the troops, and then, of course, signing off on ever-expanding defense budgets with no oversight. The effect? The same fighting force that for generations we have been so proud of, the people who stormed Saipan and Guadalcanal, have been captured without a shot by people who seem like rejects from the Google HR department. And its defenders, the defenders of the troops, can't be bothered to say a word about it. Do they have television? Have they seen the Army's latest recruiting ad?
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems.
This sad, y'all watch.
It begins in California with a little girl raised by two moms. Although I had a fairly typical
That's
childhood,
what they doing to the military, y'all.
played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age, a way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way.
I also march for equality. Oh, shut up. Who cares? Please stop talking about yourself for once. It is boring and irrelevant and insulting. This is not just your country. It belongs to all of us. Your job is to defend it. Please do so. Yet it's becoming clear they have no interest in defending it. And here's the latest evidence of that. It comes from CBS last night. This is a clip from a 60 Minutes report on, of all things,
Watch
UFOs
this.
and the U.S. military. Watch this.
A Navy aircrew struggled to lock on to a fast-moving object off the U.S. Atlantic coast in 2015. Recently released images may not convince UFO skeptics, but the Pentagon admits it doesn't know what in the world this is. Or this. Or this.
Hold up, what happened here? Oh snap, something happened. They done tapped the line, y'all. Hold up, what's going on? Hold up, it just froze. It ain't trying to. It's gonna come back, it's got to. I'm gonna try to skip one and go back. But y'all, matter of fact, man, forget all that, cause you wanna know what? Y'all go look at that joint, the full video, Tucker Carlson, and it was posted yesterday. Okay, so they admitting to you that these things go 1,300 miles an hour, that it does things not graspable to our realm. You can shoot missiles at them, you can do whatever, and it won't do nothing. And they've been interfering with the military for years, and they've done seen sightings for every day in Virginia for over 2 years, every day in this Roswell, Virginia. Okay, so what I'm thinking is Because you know that them is demons. Aliens is demons. And I believe they gonna come and try to conquer the place and try to say that Christ was really an alien, that we came through them. And that's how they gonna deceive. Because they said some of them look like us, like shapeshifters and stuff. And I know that sounds wild and far-fetched, but you seen what they put on the news. So people can't always just be like, oh, it's conspiracy theories. It's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? This new world order's deep, man. Look at all this stuff they talking about. United Nations. That's all the nations united as one. The new world order. That's everybody coming to one world government, one world police, one world military, you know, and the human race, and we will live in like villages and developments and stuff. You gotta think, like, all that stuff they put on the TV, it comes true a lot. And so what have they been promoting? There ain't no love. It's death and negativity all on TV. Even your closest family members and friends, a lot of them turn snake, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them got bitter and venomous. It's my homeboy strolling up the block. That dadgum motorcycle, that loud dadgum joint. Late at night. He be making me mad with it, but it's all great. But yeah, like, the government is not ran by the people we see. It's ran by hidden hands, and at the top, because it's this ex-Mason, 33rd degree Mason, he spilled all the tea, you know what I'm saying? He was talking about how they sacrifice and do all this stuff, and that a lot of them is just full of a spirit, like they children of spirits. Dang, that's deep, man. That's deep. I'm trying to think of what I was about to say. There's something about the Masons too. And these spit. Oh, and then like all these celebrities, man, you're not watching them. You watching the spirit in these mugs. Cause if you look up interviews that, like Jay-Z said, that he gets his Rain Man on and he channels the spirits and it comes to him. Beyonce said Sasha Fierce came into her, and that's how she's able to sing and dance like that. Without that spirit, she can't. Nicki Minaj, same thing. She got Roman. Kanye West, he had the spirit of a 14th century philosopher he channeled, you know, and I think it was a father of bluegrass and jazz. He sold his soul talking about hellhounds on my trail. DMX, I sold my soul to the devil, and the price was cheap. He said it's cold on this level, but it's twice as deep. You know, and I can go on and on. There's a video with Denzel Washington. They asked him how he get that powerful scene in Training Day, and he said he went to a dark room and burned some candles and meditated and prayed to the ancestors, and they came through. They gave it to him. And like Einstein, see, all the presidents was Freemasons. Almost all your celebrities are in some sorority, fraternity, or a cult. And they ain't for us. And we gotta man up and band up together, you know what I'm saying? We gotta unite and stand up and fight. And mob the roster way. See, we ain't out here being treacherous and oppressing the community and tripping on our people, but we do get gully with the wicked. I'm more Old Testament in my way, and I follow Christ. I know we just on equal yokes of Christianity, I guess, well, they just on different branches of Rastafarianism. They corrupted the real Rasta right way. And I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the tribe that I'm rocking with, the house I'm in. And the rest of them, I hope that they come to the light, because it's 2021, and by now you should have seen the interviews and the quotes from Haile Selassie, the honorable emperor, where he said he just a mortal man, and that you gotta wait for the second coming. He's not the second coming, and to worship the true God, you know. And Bob Marley, he converted to Christianity before he passed on, because he seen the error of his ways, where he was praising the wrong person, you know. And I know I was kind of scatter-minded once again. You know, I was at work earlier today, so, you know, I ain't full of energy like that. But I just wanted to throw that out there, man, to let y'all know that I am on cue, and I ain't just blowing hot steam, and I don't want to let y'all down. I thank y'all for all who subscribe. If you like the content, to the new people who watch, go ahead and subscribe and like. I'm going to have more deeper and clarifying things in the near future. I'm going to have more things to spark your mind and touch your soul. It's going to be pretty good. You know, we're going to be getting in the scriptures and all that. And I know, you know, I keep on bringing the music thing up. And I know sometimes I'm unorthodox with it, you know. But the songs on my SoundCloud, you know, I give God his praise, and I'm dropping knowledge. When I'm freestyling, you know, I might get a little corner and rattle some stuff off, but you know, I ain't tripping. That's just how it is. I'm blessed with that gift, and it's in me and not on me. And so I gotta let it out however it comes, you know, because all my music comes from the heart and soul. But anyway, y'all stay up and y'all stay blessed. Follow the ways of the Most High. Get realized that we in these real deep and dark times, and it's gonna get real thick out here. But I'm gonna be checking back up with y'all, man. Peace.